Hello everyone, my name is Onur Görür. I'm the Director of Product Management for Applications, Infrastructure, and Data Platform at Microsoft Middle East and Africa. I'm very excited to welcome you for this session where I'll be joined by our esteemed Microsoft executives. We'll be taking you on a virtual tour of the Microsoft Cloud regions in Middle East and Africa. We'll show you how Azure is enabling organizational innovation in your terms with hybrid cloud solutions, digital transformation across industries, and economic growth in the region. Let's get started. A year ago, businesses were responding to immediate needs created by the global crisis. The good news is that we see many working through the recovery with new approaches, utilizing hybrid cloud, and in some cases, looking to even reimagine their businesses for the long term. Many of our customers are now thinking about planning what's next. Enterprises are accelerating their digital transformation as a result of the pandemic to stay more resilient and competitive. According to the Economist report, 72% of organizations reported their industry is accelerating the pace of transformation due to the pandemic. IDC predicts that 80% of the enterprises will have the mechanism in place by end of this year to shift to cloud-centric infrastructure and apps, twice as fast as before the pandemic. Industry findings predict continued cloud migration and modernization momentum. According to Flextera, 59% of organizations stated that migrating more workloads to cloud is a top cloud initiative for this year. Enterprises have almost entirely embraced multi-cloud. 92% of respondents reported having a multi-cloud strategy, and 82% are taking a hybrid approach, combining the use of public cloud and private clouds. As the pandemic is coming to an end, there are 4 winning strategies that leaders are adopting to accelerate digital transformation. First, top performers in each industry are prioritizing their investments and talents toward new growth initiatives to stay ahead of the curve. The global pandemic has given organizations the permission and courage to accelerate changes. To ensure that the momentum continues post-pandemic, leaders must help create urgencies in their organization to invest in digital innovation and capture new opportunities. Second, legacy systems and apps can be one of the biggest risks to a company's transformation strategy. According to a McKinsey report, a company that spends more than half of its IT project budget on integrations and fixing legacy systems is likely to be caught in a tech debt spiral. It's important to assess the existing IT and application portfolio and build a comprehensive modernization plan aligning to their business objectives. We have programs and support that help you simplify and accelerate your cloud journey. Third, the global pandemic exposed the fragility of business operations. Many organizations suffered severe disruptions in their supply chains during the initial lockdown, which are still slowly being resolved. IT leaders need to adopt the right technologies to make the supply chain more resilient and efficient. The pandemic also drove the prevalence of digital workplace. It's the IT leader's job to evaluate and adopt new technologies to continue to increase the workplace productivity and collaboration. Lastly, changes will not happen unless you build the right skills and culture. It's crucial to have the right leadership team in place, invest in upskilling your workforce, and cultivate a culture that embraces agility and innovation. When we talk to our customers that have moved to cloud, they express the following benefits. First and foremost, flipping CapEx to OpEx, being able to pay for what you consume and not spending to maintaining your data centers. Second, it's scalability. Cloud capacity is scalable effortlessly, and this will help you serve your customers without interruptions and win new customers when the opportunity comes. Azure provides our customers massive cloud scale with more than 60 Azure regions, and this number continues to grow. Third is security. We as Microsoft invest $1 trillion and 3,500 security professionals who work towards making the cloud secure and compliant for you. And finally, our customers say that they remove operational burdens of managing data centers, which frees up IT resources to focus on innovating your businesses and customers. So what sets Azure apart? With Azure, you can modernize your apps and innovate on your terms. Microsoft has been serving customers for decades, and we deeply understand our customers' diverse needs when it comes to cloud adoption. Azure is truly global, and it's comprised of 2 key components: physical infrastructure and connective network components. The physical component is rapidly growing and is made up of 160 physical data centers arranged into 60 regions. and it's linked by one of the largest interconnected networks on the planet. This allows you to run your apps closer to your employees and customers, wherever they are, and also helps you meet local data residency requirements. In Middle East and Africa, we have regions in the United Arab Emirates and South Africa, and announced regions upcoming in Israel and Qatar. Each of these Azure data centers provides high availability, low latency, scalability, and the latest advancements in cloud infrastructure, all running on the Azure platform. We are also aware of the compliance and the regulatory requirements of our countries. And one of our biggest differentiators is the consistent and seamless hybrid and multi-cloud capabilities that Azure provides. And today, with our recent hybrid capabilities, we enable you to seamlessly extend Azure to your on-premises data centers, edge locations, and any public cloud. This means centralized visibility, security, and governance across your resources and locations. Beyond the management, you can also bring Azure services like data, artificial intelligence, and app services to any existing infrastructure, including other clouds that you're using, so you can take advantage of cloud benefits anywhere. All in all, the Azure Global Infrastructure allows you to achieve the global reach and the local presence you need. I would like to now hand over to Selim Bremo, the Vice President of Sales, Marketing and Operations at Microsoft Middle East and Africa, and our General Managers of Microsoft South Africa, UAE, Israel, and Qatar, who will take you on a virtual tour of the Microsoft Cloud regions in Middle East and Africa. Thank you.
Hi. Last year showed us that necessity is truly the mother of invention. This year brings, in fact, a totally new wave of digital transformation sweeping every company and every industry. Across the Middle East and Africa region, enterprises have rediscovered the cloud as a new catalyst for competitiveness, resilience, and growth. They got first-hand exposure to the operational agility, cost-effectiveness, security, and regulatory compliance that can be found in the intelligent cloud. And there is no better demonstration of this than what we have seen in South Africa. From government organization to private sector enterprise, from banks to retailer to schools, we saw leaders emerge to respond, rediscover, and now craft a future full of innovation and reimagination of industries. I'm thrilled to be joined today by Lilian Barnard, Managing Director of Microsoft South Africa, to share with us as to how the Microsoft Cloud regions have empowered organizations across the country to solve real-life problems and reboot the economy. Hi Lilian, great to have you with me. Let me ask you a first question. The next normal shaping right in front of us, how have organizations in South Africa responded to this new reality as life, public health, and business continue to change?
Hi Celine, thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today. The appetite for cloud-based services has accelerated over the past year, and organizations are turning to cloud services to unlock new opportunities for their businesses because it helps them innovate and transform in a more agile way. Public cloud has changed how customers look at the opportunity technology brings, and the need for and the interest in cloud-based services is driving greater innovation from our customers and partners alike. It is right now giving the impetus to accelerate the continent's digital transformation. The move to cloud technologies has not only enabled organizations to become more resilient, but played a critical role in accelerating their recovery, giving them the ability to anticipate the customer's needs in a more quick and agile way. For example, today we have Broadreach, a health solutions company focused on improving the health and the well-being of underserved populations. The company is using cloud computing, machine learning, AI, and big data to enable significant health outcomes. During COVID-19 crisis, Broadreach benefited from its cloud services to rapidly gather data from thousands of health workers in the field and used advanced analytics to give leaders the needed guidance to prepare for and manage the impact of the pandemic.
Thank you, Liliane, for this insight. With cloud adoption on the rise, how do you see its role in accelerating the post-COVID economic recovery of South Africa?
COVID-19 has undoubtedly given public cloud adoption a considerable boost. We have partnered and enabled many organizations, both in public and private sector, who have had to accelerate their digital transformation journeys almost overnight. We have been working with several businesses to help their recovery from the shutdown and any economic fallout, focusing on cost and operational efficiencies, enhancing security, compliance, and business agility. As businesses are starting to recover, they're looking to reimagine their business models and reinvent their operations, particularly in three key areas. Firstly, they are considering new innovative products and services to drive new revenue streams, looking for ways to understand new customer patterns and to improve customer engagement. Secondly, organizational and corporate culture has changed significantly. As more organizations are moving towards a hybrid workplace, they are looking to shift their organizational culture, systems, and processes to enable employees the flexibility they need to connect and collaborate and still do their best work. Now, it's all about employee engagement. And finally, they are looking to innovate across the value chain, focusing on actions to ensure business continuity and on initiatives that will effectively increase corporate value.
Thanks a lot. The key priorities for organizations have completely evolved since last year. Cost efficiency, security, compliance, and agility have become critical components of their operating models. How can South Africa organizations, in fact, address this with the power of cloud and drive more resilience?
Data is the new precious metal, and in a business climate characterized by significant disruption and rapid change, successful organizations are the ones who are deriving real-time business value from their data estates because they know how to extract actionable insights that equip them with the knowledge they need to make intelligent decisions tied to their business strategy and improve customer experience. Business leaders should actively be building company culture that makes harnessing data a top priority because, it is the gemstone that can give any business a significant competitive advantage.
Great insight. We know that digital transformation is no longer a choice, but a necessity that provides opportunity for every industry and organization to reinvent itself. How can they make the most of this by capturing the value of cloud?
That is such a great question, Celine. We know that the acceleration of digital transformation requires digital skills, and some of the most in-demand roles right now are in data and AI, security, and cloud engineering. Companies who invest in digitally savvy workforces see improved revenues, profitability, customer experience, and operational efficiency. Therefore, organizations must continue to invest in reskilling and upskilling their employees to have the needed technical skills to exploit the full value from their technology investments. And more importantly, as jobs become more tech-enabled, we need to help employees succeed in these roles so that they are ready to thrive in a more digital post-pandemic world.
Thank you, Liliane, for all those great insights. I truly believe we can make 2021 the year of innovation. I'm thrilled to be joined today by Syed Hashish, General Manager of Microsoft UAE, to tell us more on how the Microsoft Cloud regions have empowered organizations in the country to achieve agility, security, resilience, and usher into the new era of technological innovation to reshape the future. Welcome, Syed, and thanks for joining me today. So we all experienced how the pandemic took the world by surprise, and countries like the UAE have set an example for many over the past year on how to respond to unprecedented challenge. What role did cloud play in this effort?
Thank you, Celine. That's a very good question. I think the past year has tested all of us. In the UAE, I think Microsoft was very fortunate in the fact that we were in a position to step up our game and truly help the country. The fact that we launched our data centers in June 2019, so roughly 6-7 months before the pandemic started really hitting the country, has positioned us in a way that we were able to, at the early stages, to step up our game and to help all the vital sectors and how they responded to the pandemic. So to give you an example, in few weeks after the pandemic has hit, we were able to work with the Ministry of Education and transform the learning of close to 600,000 students to online learning. Similarly, the healthcare workers across the country, we were able to support them with our products, leveraging the Microsoft Cloud data center in the country. Not just that, also the other vital sectors in terms of supply chains, the ports, the logistics industries that were very important to continue working seamlessly during the pandemic early days. All this was offered through the Microsoft Cloud services that was available in the country. So in hindsight, when we were launching the data centers 6-7 months before that, we never imagined that they will be needed that much and they will be tested this soon. But we were very fortunate that we were able to do that.
Very clear. Thank you, Syed. And in fact, regulated industries have always faced bottlenecks in their innovation journeys, from data residency to privacy to security. And we've seen how our cloud regions have addressed these challenges. How does this empower local organizations in their journey ahead?
Look, regulated industries is key to the Microsoft Cloud and also to the GDP of every country that we operate in. When we launch a Microsoft data center in any country, of course, one of the areas that we want to address is how do we help regulated industries drive their digital transformation journey while respecting the data residency policies that exist in the country. So through the Microsoft Cloud data centers, we were able to help regulated industries drive their digital transformation journey while complying with the internal regulations of the country of data sovereignty and residency. And of course, as you know, Microsoft Cloud complies with the widest and broadest set of certifications, including the European GDPR policies as well. So we comply to the highest standards there, and this has helped and encouraged the regulated industries, be it banking, healthcare, education, or government services, to embrace and take advantage of the digital transformation in a faster way.
Absolutely. And local compliance and regulations regarding data governance continue to evolve in the industry. How can the cloud empower organizations in the UAE to stay ahead of the curve? And how can they seize the opportunity in the cloud to their advantage?
Look, as I was mentioning, we've seen great acceleration of digital transformation because of the necessity that the pandemic has created. But our approach when responding to the pandemic, the first phase, as I mentioned, was the respond and how we help the vital sectors of the society to respond to the pandemic. The second phase is what we call recover and how we help the economy restart their economic activity, the businesses that were impacted, the jobs that were lost to be regained. And the third phase is what we call reimagine and how we build up on the learning and the findings that we learned out of the pandemic and build up new business models and take new advantages and on those opportunities that have been created. So the cloud data center of Microsoft in the country is now, what we're focusing on now is on the second phase of recover and helping those industries to regain the jobs. Again, whether it's a regulated industry or not, we've seen that now digital transformation has become a key competitive advantage. I would even go as far as say as a key existential issue for a lot of the companies that we deal with. be it a retail or healthcare provider or a financial institution. Everybody now wants to embrace digital transformation in a faster way because their consumers' expectations have differed a lot in the past 18 months. No one wants to stand in queues anymore. Everybody expects the services that to be delivered to them in the way they want to receive it, in a mobile way, in a flexible way. Of course, with that, you also have to ensure that there's the highest level of security which our data centers provides, because cybersecurity and cyber attacks have grown as much as digital transformation have grown in the past weeks and months.
Thank you, Syed, for all those insights. I'm delighted to be joined by Lana Khalaf, Country Manager of Microsoft Qatar, to share insight into how the Microsoft Cloud region will further build digital capabilities across the country upon its arrival. Lana, great to have you with me today. Technology became a vital catalyst for survival to many organizations during unprecedented times. How did organizations in Qatar specifically respond to the challenge with the power of cloud?
Thank you, Sinian. Great to be with you today. Qatar has been known for its forward-looking approach. Qatar National Vision 2030 speaks to this ideology, to transform the country into an advanced society capable of sustaining its development and providing a high standards of living for its people and future generations to come. As you highlighted, Celine, during such unprecedented times, technology have been vital to enable countries and governments around the world to be resilient, agile, able to take decisions quickly and ensure business continuity. Qatar was ready. Their bold vision, combined with their aspirations and their strategic partnership with Microsoft, bringing the hyperscale cloud data center to Qatar, has enabled the country to respond quickly from this pandemic and recover faster from the challenges. Microsoft have acted as first digital responders during such times. Critical sectors and organizations scaled to the Qatar cloud to achieve agility, resilience, security, ensuring business continuity. In less than 48 hours, we partnered with the government to enable more than 140,000 employees to work remotely, partnered with Ministry of Education to empower more than 400,000 students and teachers to learn online. We partnered with the health industry to enable doctors, emergency responders, and caregivers to harness technology in entirely new ways, in partnership as well with Communication Regularity Authority. And telcos, we provided 6-month free access to Office 365 for all SMEs at such times. This was only possible because Qatar was already on its digital transformation journey much prior to the pandemic, which has demonstrated its readiness and resilience to deal with these challenges and lead the way forward.
Thank you, Lana. It's really inspiring to see how these heroes have adapted and built capacities in such a short span of time. How can they continue this journey to accelerate innovation, drive more resilience and agility?
Now that organizations in Qatar responded and navigated successfully through the pandemic, the Qatar Cloud has unlocked their journey to innovate and reimagine the future. The Microsoft Cloud in Qatar and its increased adoption driven by digital transformation initiatives will create $3.14 billion opportunity in the economy over the next 5 years, making a significant impact on the GDP. This is transforming Qatar into a digital, diversified economy, enabling every industry to thrive in the new normal. The aspirations of Qatar, coupled with the major transformation projects like the FIFA World Cup in Qatar in 2022, delivering on the vision to make Qatar a global sports hub, like TASMU, the unique advanced smart city program that will transform key industry sectors, and like Tawteen, that will digitally transform and create local investment opportunities for the energy sector and the ecosystem. These projects, among many others that continued to progress even during the pandemic, will deliver a promising future for the state of Qatar. This is where we see the Qatar Intelligent Cloud as a catalyst to accelerate this transformation and innovation, providing data residency, advanced cloud services not possible on-premise, like artificial intelligence. Simply put, the Microsoft Cloud just contributes to what Qatar really is, a resilient nation that has demonstrated its robust capabilities to craft its way into a new digital economy.
Great insight. And indeed, digital transformation has become more vital than ever. And the cloud will be at the center of the journey for every industry and organization, but people are critical to the success of this transformation. How are public and private sector in Qatar realizing this and embracing ways to build the digital capabilities of the workforce?
Totally agree with you, Celine. People are always at the heart of any transformation. The Microsoft Cloud and ecosystem will create over 24,000 new jobs in Qatar by 2024, creating new opportunities for all the people in the country. We want to ensure the readiness and the workforce and the new generations in Qatar to fully harness these future opportunities. That's why we are partnering with the government on a nationwide end-to-end initiative that aims to skill and reskill more than 50,000 people by 2025. We are true to our mission to empower every person in Qatar to achieve more, from students to job seekers, to developers, to IT professionals, to startups and partners, with no one left behind, expanding access to digital skills needed to drive a vibrant and diverse knowledge economy.
Thank you, Lana. Startups are really the lifeblood of any economy. From bringing new ideas to creating jobs, they have an important role to play, especially in the post-COVID economy. How will the Microsoft Cloud region, upon its arrival in Qatar, address the bottlenecks of these startups and empower them to innovate freely?
I couldn't agree with you more. As we all know, startups play an important role in digitally driven economies. They disrupt and innovate by bringing new ideas to life, and Qatar has become a promising launchpad for them. We are committed to empowering startups in Qatar by offering them the technology and resources to create novel solutions and scale their business in the cloud. And we're also taking it one step further by creating business growth opportunities for them with our customers, removing entry barriers and enabling them to reach regional and global markets. In this regard, we are working closely with different entities in Qatar, such as FinTech Hub, QDB, Tasmu, Tautin, Nautica 360, QSTP, and many more to empower a diverse range of startups, from fintech to energy to healthcare to sports and smart cities. We're truly committed to further our mission with the hyperscale Microsoft Cloud in Qatar in alignment with Qatar Vision 2030 by accelerating digital transformation with all organizations to empowering all people, startups and partners, driving economic growth and empowering the nation to reimagine its future.
Thank you very much, Lana, for all those great insight and this energy. With the intelligent cloud, definitely Qatar can thrive 2021 with renewed focus. Israel leadership in technology adoption predates the crisis brought by the pandemic. But now it's showing others the way in the new normal, using the intelligent cloud to solve real-life problems and deliver agility and prosperity throughout the economy. I'm thrilled to be joined today by Ronit Attad, General Manager of Microsoft Israel, who can share some insight into how the Microsoft Cloud region will further accelerate digital transformation agenda across the country upon its arrival. Ronit, thanks for joining me today. I have a first question for you. It is evident that cloud has taken on the role of a catalyst in enabling organizations to adapt, accelerate innovation, and support economy recovery. How are leaders from across sectors and industry in Israel looking at this?
Hi Celine. The arrival of hyperscale cloud data center in Israel entails great promise for the entire economy that ordinary on-premises technologies cannot provide. A local cloud is expected to raise the FDI index, one of the most important indicators for economic growth, expressing the country's foreign business investment while preserving business ownership. According to our data, international and multinational companies' activity volume increased significantly in countries with local data center. As a result, these countries have shown a direct increase in the GDP index, which indicates an improvement in business and economic efficiency at the state level. Of course, not only multinational companies and governments enjoy the benefits of a local cloud. Even the private sector in Israel, which employs approximately 69% of the total workforce, there's a huge potential in the cloud in terms of services, users, and applications to be opened up without the need for prior investment in professionals, hardware, or the purchase of license. Furthermore, a public cloud allows small and medium businesses direct access to international markets while lowering entry barriers and injecting innovation that was not previously available or even possible. For example, upscaling the banking industry into the cloud allows it to generate innovation and embark on a digital transformation journey. Digital processes in the banking industry make it possible to develop innovative models for fraud prevention, for example, promote democratization in the industry, and even reduce inequality disparities. Beyond that, thanks to the cloud, banks can become international financial authorities, and a whole world full of opportunities opens to them.
Thank you, Ronit. Great insight. The arrival of a cloud region in Israel will indeed strengthen its technology infrastructure and boost digital transformation. What are the opportunities for organizations in both public and private sector?
Just recently, Israel began its journey to implement 5G communications technology. Combining a local cloud infrastructure will enable it to enjoy tremendous computing power, leverage vast amounts of information, bring the most advanced technology to local economy, and improve citizens' quality of life. These technological infrastructures will help Israel advance to the next generation of technological entrepreneurship, develop and implement smart cities, advanced medicine, digital agriculture, and many other applications. The establishment of a local data center will enable industries to maintain data residency, one of the most important security requirements. Our data show that a combination of 5G technology with local cloud is expected to place Israel in one of the top 10 categories in 3 digital aspects, which is measure the level of readiness, political digital maturity. The use of public cloud infrastructure is expected to increase Israel's gross domestic product by around $8.5 billion by 2025, and directly and indirectly add about 20,000 new jobs to the Israeli economy. Finally, a public cloud enables the strong of democratic process in the country by making information accessible to citizens, reducing disparities and inequality, increasing citizens' involvement in the processes of democracy, and helping to reduce government corruption and increase government transparency.
Very clear, thank you. And the benefits of the cloud include data residency, privacy, and security. How you see will this enable innovation for Israeli organizations, especially for those industries that are regulated?
Local cloud enables organizations to access advanced computing services instantly by gathering information and extracting business insights. Nowadays, industries and sectors collect a lot of information about their business and customers. Still, they do not necessarily know how to organize the data and extract insights from it to advance their business goals. The ability to reach and organize information enables organizations to increase their ability to streamline their operations, grow and improve their business, and strengthen their business. Microsoft enables organizations to embark on vast and wide digital journeys. We bring tools and know-how for business and organizations of all sizes that will allow them to take advantage of the competition in the market in which they compete. One of the great benefits of a local cloud is that it directs the regulatory industry's activities, government, health, insurance, finance, and others, which promote first and foremost trust among their customers. An Israeli public cloud will enable these industries to maintain and hold private and personal information of customers within the country, while harnessing digital capabilities and providing a value proposition to customers for the use of advanced critical services.
Thank you, Ronit, for all those insights. I strongly believe 2021 will be a year of positive change rather than the reactive upheaval of 2020. This will be the year when businesses that have new confidence in the intelligent cloud will branch out, trying to find more ways to innovate using its power. What follows will be a future brighter than we previously anticipated. Thank you.
Thanks to Celine and our country general managers. Before we close, let's talk about how we can help your organization to digital transform now. We have a comprehensive set of programs to help you migrate and modernize to Azure with confidence. The Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework is the proven guidance that's designed to help you create and implement the business and technology strategies that's necessary for your organization to succeed in the cloud. The Azure Migration and Modernization Program, AMP, is a program that helps you simplify and accelerate your cloud adoption journey. The program delivers best practices for a step-by-step approach from start to finish. It gives you technical skill building to help upskill your people. You get fast track for Azure engineering assistance for data and infrastructure foundations. You also get expert guidance from our specialized partners on solution and portfolio assessments and end-to-end hybrid modernizations. We give you free Azure tools like Azure Migrate to help you efficiently execute migration projects. And you also get cost-effective offers to help you save money before, during, and after migration and modernization. You may learn about AMP here visiting our Azure Migration and Modernization portal. With that, I'd like to thank you all for joining us today and taking part in our virtual tour. We look forward to partnering with you to digitally transform your organization with Azure and Microsoft's hybrid industry cloud solutions. Thank you.